Treat others with kindness, and good fortune will follow. Stir up trouble and display cold-heartedness, and endless misfortune will come your way. We can ask ourselves in our daily interactions, whether while standing, sitting, walking, or engaging with the outside world, with people, or with animals, do we bring others joy or sorrow? When we see a mangy dog covered with sores, are we disdainful, perhaps even frightened it might approach us? Or do we feel compassion and empathy? Could we perhaps buy it a tea egg to eat? Or see it suffer in the cold winter covered in skin disease and pain? Might we offer it a newspaper, a piece of clothing, or an old cloth to keep warm? In these small moments of daily life, we can observe ourselves, our attitude, and mindset when interacting with people, situations, and things. This world is a mirror reflecting the karmic seeds in your heart. Everyone's world is different. Though we may occupy the same space, each person's experience is different. Some people frequently encounter good things, kind people, or events that bring happiness. Others often face misfortune, sadness, or painful experiences and are filled with sorrow. Thus, many people say the human world is bitter, a sea of suffering. Why do we feel this way? Let's ask ourselves. In the scenario I just described, when you see a mangy dog wagging its tail, begging for food or pity, what attitude do you hold? Are you indifferent and cold, full of disdain or annoyance? Or perhaps even afraid and repulsed? Or do you feel deep compassion, a heartfelt pain, hoping the dog can be a bit more comfortable, suffering less, and thus extend a helping hand? Even if you can't save it for life, in the brief encounter you share, can you offer it your love, your care, help alleviate its suffering, or bring it a bit of joy? From small things, we can glimpse the big picture. This one incident revealed the attitude we maintain in our interactions with the world around us. For those who happen upon this book, please ask yourselves, do you bring happiness to the beings you encounter by chance, or do you bring them coldness or even greater suffering? And this extends to how you interact with your children, your wife, your husband, your parents, your siblings, your friends, or anyone you meet. What do you offer them? Gentle words, respect for their feelings, empathy for their pain, their unhappiness, or their struggles? Do you offer heartfelt care, encouragement, support, and comfort so that in the brief moments of connection, they gain renewed strength? Or do you add insult to injury, pretending to care while mocking, ridiculing, or provoking them, causing them distress or deepening their struggles? If you give others even a fraction of unhappiness, how could you possibly experience true happiness yourself? What might you receive in return is greater harm and misfortune because you're planting seeds of wrongdoing every day. So how do you treat your family, friends, and the animals who cross your path determines how they or the world will treat you. Whether you show compassion or cold indifference, disdain, or cause greater suffering, this will all be repaid to you, often amplified. And the return may not come in the same form, but might manifest differently, bringing you happiness, joy, or pain. That happiness or suffering will surely matter to you. For example, if someone's child becomes rebellious due to poor interactions with their parents and ends up running away from home, the parents will inevitably feel great pain. If they confide in you and you respond by condemning the child, saying, "The child is beyond saving," warning that they might turn to drugs or crime, You might think you're offering helpful advice. Perhaps you say, if it were me, I'd give that child a beating or force them to suffer a bit more to teach them a lesson. Do you think this is an act of love? If you've said such things, while it may appear that you are being caring, in fact, you are showing a false kindness without conscience. You're kicking someone when they're down. You don't understand the child's suffering, and you offer only shallow, self-righteous opinions, driven by idle curiosity and meddling. In doing so, you create more suffering for the child and even greater pain for the parents, mistakenly believing you're doing good. In truth, you're stirring up trouble. After the conversation ends, you might feel relaxed, while the parents become more anxious and fearful, worrying that their child might indeed turn to crime or drugs, leaving them sleepless and troubled. If the parents take your advice and treat the child even more harshly, their already strained relationship may descend into deeper resentment and hatred. This is how the mirror of karma itself reveals. You will certainly face swift retribution. Your inability to empathize with the parents and the child creates greater negative karma. Even if you don't have children yourself and you think you're safe from such retribution, you're mistaken. The consequences will surely come back to you, and soon.